Yo, what is good YouTube? Magdubs here, back with another video, guys. We have some breaking news coming out of New York. The Giants have just made a very intriguing signing to their practice squad. It's not going to be anything that moves the needle, but they have just signed former Falcons third-round draft pick Jalen Mayfield, an offensive lineman who I think has a ton of potential, not only as a player, but has shown flashes in the past of being a very reliable offensive lineman. However, with that being said, there's been some, really down games that he's had, some really bad, just overall seasons that he's had over the past couple years. But with that being said, also, I feel like this guy has talent. He has, the capabilities of being a very solid offensive lineman at the NFL level. And I feel like the Giants, are going to help him do that in terms of just a change of scenery, a new scheme, coaching staff overall. And I think that this will help him improve as a player because, listen, as a third-round pick, you have talent. You're not going to be drafted in the third round if you're not a talented player. So I feel like the Giants are making a very smart move here by signing Jalen Mayfield because, best case scenario, he reaches his full potential and becomes a very good player. And at the worst case scenario, let's just say he's not very good, you cut him and lose nothing. So low risk, high reward signing here for the New York Football Giants, who seem just to keep getting better overall. I mean, when you look at Jalen Mayfield's, we actually have one game that I want to break down here just to show you that he has potential before we get into anything else. But it seems here they were playing the Dallas Cowboys and they got absolutely obliterated, 43-3. But PFF ranked, when he was a rookie, Jalen Mayfield at a 90.6 during this game, a season high against the Cowboys. For reference, as they say here, only one guard was higher, and that was Zach Martin, one of the best offensive linemen in all of football. And I know this is his rookie season, but that just shows you right away that this dude has potential. He can be a very good guard in this league if he continues to work, continues to build confidence in himself, and just reaches where we know he can get. I mean, listen, the Giants have really good tackles right now. Obviously, Andrew Thomas, one of the best left tackles in all of football, guarding the blind side of the quarterback. Then you have Evan Neal, another guy they have really high hopes for. But Jalen Mayfield is a guy who, like I said, coming out of college, he was very talented, just had a good work ethic, and it seemed like once he got to the NFL level, maybe things kind of went down, maybe because he wasn't playing for the greatest team in the world, or maybe he didn't like the coaching staff, or whatever it may have been. The only thing we do know is he can be a good lineman. Before we get any further into this video, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Not only does it help me out, but it helps out the channel and the video out so much. So let's even get this video up to 100 likes. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It doesn't cost anything. And I'm going to be covering the entirety of the NFL season with analysis videos, signings, trades, everything you can think of, as well as live streaming games. So if you want me to stream your team's game, I will. And you guys can come watch it, react with it throughout the entirety of the season, so make sure you guys join the family. And lastly, check out Underdog Fantasy, link in the description to sign up. It is this first of its kind fantasy football app where you can draft a team without going through the stresses of starting and sitting certain players, or adding people on the waiver wire, or maybe forgetting to do that on a day. You don't have to do that anymore. They do everything for you. All you have to do is draft a team, and they're going to start your best players every single week in a new game called Best Ball. Go check it out. I have a league if you want to join it. Click the link in the description, sign up, comment down below saying you want to join, and I got you guys covered. But let's get back into the video. Now, when we take a look at the Giants depth chart right now, obviously, like we said, Andrew Thomas and Evan Neal seem like those are their franchise tackles. And then you get John Michael Schmitz, probably the best, if not, the consensus #1 best center in all of the draft. So they got him. Now they just kind of need to build these guards up. And you have Ben Bredesen, you have Joshua Ezeudu, and a couple of other guys who were, kind of battling it out throughout the entirety of preseason training camp. These guys were going at it, trying to win the starting job. It seems like Ben Bredesen might have came away with the job right now, but obviously they weren't, they were pleased with them, but obviously they could reach another limit, or another level, I should say. And I feel like adding a guy like Jalen Mayfield to the practice squad with his potential, with his ability to improve as a player, I think gives them a higher ceiling offensively for this offensive line. But with that being said, obviously Ben Bredeson and Joshua Zuda are guys they like, the former third-round pick in Zudu, and then Ben Bredeson, who they I believe brought over from Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore. So listen, they do like these guys, but adding Jalen Mayfield can't hurt. I mean, the good thing that can come out of it is if he reaches his true potential, which we all know he can. Another reason is when you look at this, they were actually 27th in the league in terms of giving up sacks, which is not good. So obviously you're going to bring in a guy like Jalen Mayfield who, gives them more potential, gives them another body to look at, but also just offers more in terms of being able to come in, compete in practice, and make a name for himself. I mean, obviously you're going to want to add depth, but when you add a guy like Jalen Mayfield who has potential, who was a former third-round draft pick, who a lot of teams actually really like coming out of college, I think this only can be a win for them going forward. Obviously the Giants, when you look at their team right now, are such an improved team from last season, adding Darius Slayton, adding Paris Campbell is what I meant to say, getting Sterling Shepard back, drafting Jalen Hyatt. Hopefully Wan'Dale Robinson comes off the injury list soon. And then you still got Isaiah Hodgins, who they love, Darius Slayton. The offensive line looks relatively good. And then you add Darren Waller, still got Daniel Bellinger. Who else? Saquon Barkley, Eric Gray in the 5th round. So I mean, they've done good things to make this offense better. I feel like the only spot they really need to improve from here was the offensive line. So adding a guy like Jalen Mayfield only helps. Then defensively, this team is a lot improved. Obviously, Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence, but they signed the best defensive tackle on the market in Deshaun Robinson. You still have Aziz. Bobby Okereke, you got Kayvon Thibodeau, and then Trey Hawkins has been amazing through a training camp. You still have Deonte Banks, and then they go out and bring in Isaiah Simmons, who looks like he's going to play a little bit of will linebacker for them. I would not be surprised at all to see him move up to, the starting will. But overall, man, this team looks good. This team looks really, really good. Jason Pinnock making a crazy catch in training camp, and now he's the starting safety alongside Xavier McKinney. You got first-round pick Deonte Banks, and now Dory Jackson can fill in the slot. So they're extremely excited, extremely happy about where this team is headed, and so am I. I'm not necessarily a Giants fan, but I'm a fan of good football. I'm a fan of teams improving. They also just signed Boogie Bash, I think traded for Boogie Basham as well. So this team's getting better. They're making some smart moves, some really smart moves, and I think Jalen Mayfield falls right into that category of just another smart, savvy move here for the New York Giants. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, and if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.